I gotta admit, I miss this time of year in Call of Duty. This is usually my favorite time of year to play the game because much like a YouTube order, I get to stomp the shit out of assholes and noobs and shit. Now you also notice, this is the time of year in which I always come down with a cold, and right now, I am suffering big time with this shit. So my voice sounds different, my throat is all raspy, I got the sniffles, coughs, you name it, I am all fucked up. But anyway, the gameplay in the background comes from the guy with no gamer tag, and he just jumped right into this joint. He didn't give me no intro screen, no loading screen, nothing. And he's gonna beat up on a whole bunch of scrubs, and it just reminds me even more how much I missed this week in Call of Duty. Now, I can't lie, this has always been the best week to play Call of Duty in years past. By now, you've had a month and a half to learn the maps, you find the overpowered guns, which perks works the best and all that. You know the spawn points, you know the camping spots, you have your routes down to a pack that you use to start the match and shit like that. You know of all the hot spots where you're likely to find a sniper and shit like that sitting and waiting for you. You've unlocked all the good shit you want to use, so the advantages you had over the Christmas Noobs would pretty much guarantee some of those good stores. Shit, I benefited plenty of times for that shit. Each year, my kill-death ratio would inflate dramatically around this time. My cherry-picked videos would increase because being 3rd or 4th or 7th prestige or whatever the fuck it was, would put me against kids seeing the maps for the very first time since their parents got them that gift for Christmas. It was fucking fantastic. There was always a few low-level players in rooms like Team Deathmatch and Free-For-All and whatnot, and there was always a few tryhards thinking they were going to go Rambo after all these scrubs, forgetting there were other players like me in the room waiting to ambush them, knowing they were going to play like assholes and Rambos and shit like that. I mean, just last year, I was forcing myself to play Ghost. I had just picked up the free-for-all challenge and shit like that, and it just so happens it was right around the time of Christmas and New Year's and shit like that. I couldn't have timed that shit any more perfect. To do all those free-for-all challenges against Christmas Noobs was perfect. I think I had to win something like 35 games or finish in the top 3 of 35 games, whatever the fuck it was, and I went on an absolute tear. And I think I posted up something like 20 plus videos of me killing kids in free-for-all matches, you know, from all the Christmas times. And I stretched that shit out for months, man. I ain't gonna lie up in this motherfucker. I mean, shit, the abuse I handed out was on par with Ray Rice slapping the shit out of his wife. Come on, man. You knew I couldn't let the year go out without a Ray Rice joke up in this motherfucker. But seriously, man, I had fun during that time because I got the hang of Ghost pretty quickly. I wasn't lagging, and bad kids were filling up lobbies left and right. What's not to like? I mean, I'm not going to apologize for suiting less knowledgeable people or less talented players for shits and giggles. Fuck that. They bought the game or had it purchased for them. The fuck? Am I supposed to be nice and let them kill me? No. Fuck out of here with that shit, man. Now, even with all the Christmas Noobs, even with all the memories of watching my kill-death ratio skyrocket, the gameplays that came out with some amazing shit every now and then, there is no way in hell I'm going back to this shit. It's just not happening. First of all, I would be a Christmas noob. And granted, I can hold my own in games. I can hang in pretty much any Call of Duty game, but trying to play Call of Duty now would be a death sentence, and it's just asking for frustration. Much like I beat up on new players, I would get the shit stomped out of me because I don't know the maps, and I don't know the guns as well as the other players. Although I do know the overpowered guns, so I go after those and shits. I mean, granted, I know how to play Call of Duty. I can pretty much hang in any game or lobby that I'm thrown into when I'm not lagging and shit like that, but let's face it, I'm gonna be a Christmas fucking noob if I got that game. But as many of you know, the game still suffers through all the shit that it had before. The lag is terrible, and as I watch videos from other people, they're lagging around, and this is just fucking embarrassing. After 10 years, this shit is still happening like this. All that money this game makes, and the shit still lags like dial-up AOL trying to download porn. But regardless of how many Christmas noobs show up, and how easy this game will be for the next few weeks, I ain't going back. I'm not jumping around like an asshole playing Titanfall with a jetpack. I'm not trusting another game from Activision or playing another laggy shooter and shit like that. I mean, for all those 3 problems, I could just remain playing Destiny. No, seriously, it's almost the same fucking issues, and we all know Call of Duty has one shitty story each and every year. Basically, it's like playing Destiny without the space age bullshit, man. Now, I'm sure plenty of you guys still playing this game in the franchise will be picking on noobs, and I'll tell you right now, go out there and kill a whole bunch for me. I mean, shit, kill as many of those nooblets as you possibly can. But for me, there will be no nooblet killing this year. In years past, I would fire up games, even Black Ops. Even in Black Ops, I fired up Black Ops to try and get a hold of those Christmas noobs and shit like that, and then of course that shit lagged like a motherfucker. But for the most part, in the years that I don't play Call of Duty, I get to enjoy other games and I get to enjoy other content out there. Now granted, Destiny right now is the only PlayStation 4 game that I have, so that's the only bullshit game that I'm playing. But without Call of Duty, my stress level goes down, my aggravation goes down. Even though as much as people want to bitch and complain about Ghost last year, yes, the shit wasn't perfect, I didn't lag. I was able to kill people, and when Christmas time came around, oh man, did I fuck people up, man. But the funny thing is, the unfortunate side effect is also coming to Call of Duty, and that is the mass migration if it hasn't happened already. The funny thing is, right after Christmas, everybody's going to get this game. All their parents bought the kids their games and whatnot, and people are playing this motherfucker. And right around this time is when they start showing some of the DLC that's going to happen in the future. I know the Advanced Warfare zombies and all that shit is going to come out. Whatever, man. I really don't give a shit. But at this point, this is when players decide whether or not they're going to stay with the game or they're going to start migrating to something different. Whether or not the DLC is worth sticking around for, or if they say, you know what, I've had enough of this game. Last year with Ghost, I ran into that problem. I ran into that exact problem as soon as they started rolling out DLC. Was the DLC worth it? Hell fucking no, it was not worth it. I decided I was going to skip out on this motherfucker, went to play other games, and I just never went back. By the time it comes to this time of year, where it gets to the end of January and February, other games are going to start coming out. Other games are going to pull people away, you know, whether it's Evolve, whether it's that hardline crap, whenever the hell Battlefield decides to release that stupid shit. So at some point, people start leaving the game. Boredom will set in. Pricey DLC will push people away who don't want to spend money on mediocre content. And by April or May, the community is basically a ghost town. It happens every single year. So for those of you who still enjoy playing this, you have to get in on the cycle right now. The Christmas Noobs are out. They're bound to get their asses whipped, and your kill death ratio is able to skyrocket. Take full advantage of this shit and go out there and get a whole bunch of kills for me, even though I can't fucking talk right now. I mean, you guys can see, I'm losing my voice just doing a 7-fucking-minute video in this motherfucker, man. But anyways, for those of you who are still playing this game and getting plenty of content out there and killing all these Christmas noobs, like I said, I'm still taking in videos and shit like that. And people have been asking me, how do you send in videos? It's actually not that hard. All you have to do is go over to the Prestige Gamers website, send me a private message with the link or whatever the hell it is, and I want decent gameplay. It doesn't have to be the greatest gameplay on earth. All I need is some HD recorded content. I don't want shit recorded with a toaster. I don't want shit recorded with a toenail clipper. Basically, you give me some decent gameplay, you give me some decent footage, and I'll be able to take that gameplay, and I'll be able to continue all my Call of Duty rants, so it gives you guys a break from all the Destiny bullshit that I've been posting up. Hope everyone's having a Merry Christmas. Hope you guys are lighting up those noobs like a goddamn Christmas tree and shit like that. But I will be happily skipping this shit like a diabetic skipping dessert up in this motherfuckers. Anyway, as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And yes, for the next couple videos, you're gonna hear this raspy ass tone low voice because I can barely talk up in this motherfucker.